This is my complete Notion tech stack. In today's digital age, the average US employee uses 9 apps per day, leading to frequent context switching. Hopping back and forth between digital tools affects the productivity of 45% of workers, and most workers are switching between these apps 10 times an hour, which equates up to 32 days lost in workplace productivity. That is a full month every single year. Having experienced these challenges firsthand, I transitioned from using multiple applications like Google Tasks for tasks, Trello for projects, Toggle for time tracking, and so forth, to consolidating all of my functionalities within Notion. This shift has not only streamlined my workflow, but it's also enhanced my productivity and my focus. By adopting a unified platform like Notion, you can reduce time lost to app switching, allowing for deeper focus so you can actually, get tasks done. That's why we're here. Using productivity apps doesn't make you productive. Achieving your goals does. Hence, a focus of mine has been to minimize my tech stack and do as much as possible in Notion. So in this video, we'll explore my Notion tour and how I've swapped from Google Tasks, Trello, the Notes app, Toggle, a physical journal, and I even brought in my habits, which I barely even tracked before. No hate to these apps, obviously they're all great. With Notion, I can just consolidate and bring in all these productivity capabilities into one workspace, which has been really useful. So let's start with my task list. So this here is Headquarters, my premium Notion template, and basically I'll show you the way that I have tasks in here. So here I have my task list. So if I do write report, for example, and I say that that belongs to today on the 18th, then if I scroll up, it's actually been added to my calendar. And it's also automatically been added to my time blocking for today. So everything here is connected and speaking to each other. And not only that, I've also implemented the Eisenhower matrix directly into this template. So if I just add some random tasks here, let's say write report is not important and it's not urgent, for example. Then here for task 2, we'll say that this is important and we'll say that it's urgent. As you can see, it actually jumps up in the queue now. And then let's say that this is important, but it's not urgent. As you can see, it jumps up in the queue. And then let's say that this is not important, but it is urgent. Again, it jumps up in the queue. So automatically here, my task list is organizing itself. And my previous tech stack of just, a normal to-do list app doesn't have this capability. And that comes from using stuff like filters and sorting in Notion databases. And that specifically happens here under the Order tab. This is really useful for me because now I know, hey, I should just do the task that's at the top of this list. And then of course, I could just drag that here to today. And you know what? Write report, it just doesn't matter that much. So I'll move it away. And then I'll add the other tasks in. So I'm not just bringing my tasks into Notion to, a typical to-do list like this, which I absolutely hate, by the way. Task 1, task 2, task 3. This here isn't useful. It's not connected to anything. If you're doing this, you might as well just use a to-do list app or a piece of paper. That doesn't help me. This now has my task list in Notion, so there's one less app for me to use, but we're also utilizing the capabilities of Notion, so we can literally use the best productivity methods in the world, such as the Eisenhower matrix. So the next app that I swapped out for Notion here is Projects. So I've used Trello and a bunch of different apps in different workplaces, but the projects were never connected to the tasks. And that was really annoying. So here in Notion, my projects are actually connected to my tasks. So here we can see my task list, and here we can see this thing called bucket and project. So bucket is actually like your life buckets. So these are like the big overarching areas in your life. Buckets could also be referred to as life categories or areas in the para method. There's a bunch of different terms you could use. And projects here are, well, you know what a project is. So let's say task 2 here is relating to, let's just add a new project. I'm going to be creative here. Let's call it project A. So I've created that project up here in my task list. And now you can see it sitting down here in no status. Or what we could do is actually create it here. So let's say project B, and then I'll scroll up. And if I click here now, you can see project B. So I can create projects directly in here, directly in my task list. Or of course I can create projects, in my project. And everything here is connected. So task 2 should show up in project A. So if I scroll down and click on project A, here you can see under tasks, we have task 2. I want my tasks to show up under my projects. That makes sense. And of course, the same thing happens for project B. I have task 4 sitting in here. So let's say if I add project A for this one as well, and I'll drag this down. So that one's also A. If I scroll back down and go to project A here, they're all sitting in here. So when I'm going to work on project A, I can just open up this full screen. And now I'm not going to be context switching. I won't have to jump to 15 different apps. I'll just see the stuff to do with project A. So here I can see all my tasks. I'll see all of my relevant notes, also just to do with Project A, and all of my relevant bottlenecks, again just to do with Project A. Implementing my projects into Notion has again removed context switching. Whilst we're on the topic, I'll show you how notes work. So here I can add a note, blah, blah, blah. And that is now sitting here under Project A. But you might be taking a note when you're not in Project A. So you'll be working and then you'll be like, oh yeah, I have an idea. So at the top here, we have these quick buttons. So now if I just click on take a quick note, blah, blah, and you're like, wow, I just need to take this note. That's such a useful note. Then I can say here, the project is to do with Project A, the life bucket, let's say that's to do with family and friends. I have to remember, blah, blah. And now I click away and now I've taken that note. And unlike a normal note app, it won't now disappear and I'll never see that note again. The next time I'm working on Project A and that's the thing that I'm thinking about, I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember, blah, blah. Look at that. I remember now thinking blah, blah. And you have that note directly here when you need it. And of course, you can archive the notes as well. Now, the next big one here is time tracking. So at an old job, we used this program called Toggle. And to be honest, it's really, really good. So we would have our task list that everyone would look at. And then we would have our projects that everyone would look at. And then we would have to go into Toggle and track that in there. And that's using 3 apps to do one thing. And I just think they should all be connected. So at the top here, we can see all of our tasks for today. We can see my task, then we can see our project, and here we can see our minutes. So let's say this took 30 minutes, this took 20, and this took 60. So I can time track directly in here and say that I've completed all of these. And now what I'll do is scroll down here and we will go to the time tracking page. And here on time on projects, I can see Project A, I've spent 1.5 hours, which is the 90 minutes here of 60 minutes and 30 minutes. And for Project B here, I've spent 20 minutes. So as I work, it's automatically adding this up in the background. I don't now need to open up another app and just enter the same information. It's just being tracked and categorized as I'm working. You can go even further with this by adding automations and have certain words cause an automation to happen that automatically selects the project and the life bucket, for example. I can make a separate video on that, let me know in the comments. By the way, if you don't want to time track manually like this, you can actually set it up so your Notion calendar automatically converts that data into time tracking data. That's how I work, I've done it for over a year, and it's been absolutely game-changing. The next thing I started doing in Notion was my journaling. So if I click on plus here, I can actually select the journal entry, weekly review, or monthly review. So I'll say the weekly review for this one. We have a few questions loaded in, but the more important thing that gets loaded in is this question here. What did I do this week that really helped me move the needle? Change these items important to move the needle if they had a big impact on my life. And here I can see task 2, task 4, and task 3 that we had before. So this is automatically showing up because they are tasks that I've completed this week. And I found that when I was journaling, this was an issue I was running into. I wanted to journal about my week, and then I was like, what have I done this week? And it's difficult to reflect on your week when you don't know what's actually happened in your week. So now I can see everything that I've completed this week. I'm presuming your list will be longer than 3 items. And then in this exercise here, you can reflect if anything moved the needle. Let's just say task 2 here got you a job interview. Then what you could say here is task 2 here moved the needle. And it will jump away from here and you can find it in needles this week. We can also go back here to the dashboard, scroll down and go to move the needle, and we'll open this up. And here I can see all of the tasks that have moved the needle, and here all of the projects that have moved the needle. Here I can find all of the things that I'm doing that is having a massive impact on my life. Now, as you saw in here, weekly review, if we scroll down here, we can see the habits this week. Now, as you can see, I haven't completed any habits. So before I barely tracked my habits. I tried a bunch of different apps. I've tried doing it on paper. I tried having a poster, but none of it worked. But then this one realization changed everything for me. A habit is just a task. Go for a run is not any different to write report. It's just a task. So that belongs in my task list. So let's say if I went for a run on Monday, so I'll just write run. I'll change the urgency here to habit. This run here was just a task. So now if I open up my weekly review here, I can see run sitting in here. So this will show me every time I've done one of my habits. And if I scroll down here and go to habit tracker, open this up, here I can also see all of my habits. So I can see my weekly review, which is a habit, and I can see going for a run. If you're interested in the template, it's a link below, or if you want to see the full tour, then click on this video here. It's got over 2,500 users and a 5-star rating, and I've consolidated all the different apps that I needed in my life into this one template. Link in the description, or click on this video here. Thanks for watching.